So first you're going to open up WeCreat. You should already have the software downloaded to your laptop or monitor screen, whatever you're choosing to use. I'm using a Dell laptop right now. This is the page that I already had open, y'all. So I'm going to delete all my SVGs that I personally chose. And I'm going to show you how to get your own SVGs in case you're interested. I'm also trying to decide right now which piece I want to use it as an example, because y'all, I already recorded this and it deleted. So you're going to open up Canva to make your own SVG. If you have a Canva account, you don't have to have Pro for this, but it helps because there are a lot of things, y'all, that you do want to be able to use that you might not be able to use without the Pro account. And if you're going to be a creative, a crafter, a person who's doing a lot of crafty things with design, especially online, I would suggest just going ahead and getting the Pro account. I don't regret it. I'm going to download this cap. This is the one I chose. So I'm going to put it on its own page. Once I do that, I'm going to download it as a SVG. You're going to change the settings and download. You're going to hit share, download, and only page 4, not pages 1 through 20. I have 20 pages here, and you're going to change the file type to SVG. Current page 4, and download, and it's going to save as a file. There it is. It's showing that it's saved. So now I'm going to go back to WeCreat, which is at the bottom because I just minimized it, and I'm going to open it back up. And to import, you hit import. It should be right there, recent downloads, and boom, you just double click it and it opens up immediately. Everything is selected, it's highlighted, so you can drag it and move it around. You can make it smaller because it does pop into the screen very large. So you're going to double click that white space in the back so that you can delete the back white space, and then as you see, this whole image is attached, so you can do whatever you need to with it. I'm not going to use that today for the example. I think I'm going to use this ice cream cone, popsicle stick. I think it's really, really cute. I was thinking about the ice cream, but I think I'm just going to go with the popsicle stick. And I don't know if you noticed, but I couldn't move it. I couldn't change the shape, the dimensions, the width. So I unlocked it up here at the left top corner, right beside undo. It's the unlock button, and I hit that to change how wide I want it. I do want it to be a little wider because when you're making these NFC tags, it needs to be able to hold the NFC tag in the middle of the wood. So I'm going to create a circle here. I'm going to go to shapes under the W on the left hand side, and you double click circle, and then you click in a circle, you drag, and you make it as big as you want. I'm going to adjust the size, the height, and the width because I want it to be just the same. I want them to be proportioned because this is going to be the keyhole, y'all, that you put the key ring through. Now you can make it smaller because if you deal with laser machines, then you know and understand that it looks big on screen, but these things can print very, very small. So I'm just going to move this circle over a little because I don't want it to clash with the laser cutting lines. I need those lines. So you're going to hit array. When you hit array, it's going to duplicate the item. So if you want to duplicate something, you have to hit array. I only need one copy. I actually grouped the circle and the popsicle. Okay, y'all, I'm sorry, I think I skipped that, but I did group those two. I clicked and dragged both of those images, and I grouped them, and then I arrayed it. Now when I array it, I'm going to ungroup the black, yes, that piece, and I'm going to delete it. I don't need that anymore, and I'm going to group these two now. And now that they're grouped, I'm going to array this piece because this is going to be the border piece, the piece that holds the NFC tag. This is going to be the piece that you need 3 layers of because like I said, I'm using wood. my machine can cut only certain colors of acrylic, and I'm using very thin wood at that too. And you want to be able to put the NFC tag in here. I'm gonna show y'all the type of NFC tags I'm using. They're the circle ones. They aren't the small little chips, which I will be using those too, but you still would need at least 2 instead of 3 for the chips. So here is the circle for the chip, because like I said, I'm using the circle chip, and I measured it and it was like 1.1, 1.2. So I think I'm going to change it to like a 1.4. After I do that, y'all, I'm going to flip one of these outline images here, one of the orange images, and you're just going to want to flip it horizontally, and this is going to be the back. Okay. I'm gonna show you why you have to do this, okay? Because if you're a laser cutter and you do this type of stuff, then you know the bottom or the back sometimes leaves a burn mark, and this is how you avoid showing all of that and have to do extra work with cleaning it and stuff. So now we're gonna add a text, because you might want to put a name on the front of it or put your watermark, your logo, because you created this on it. That's what I do. You hit text like I said, and then you click on the screen, and then a text box pops up, and it always says hello. I'm not going to change the font this time. I'm just going to change the size and change the settings to fill engrave instead of line engrave. Line engrave will not be deep enough, and if you paint over this, you won't be able to see it. You need a fill engrave. I'm just playing with it. I'm just using a random name here, y'all, and I'm going to array this. You can array it in columns or you can array it in rows. Rows is down, columns are across. I want this down. I don't want it going across, so I'm just going to pick the one that's up under it, and I'm going to move it over here, and I'm going to put this on the back. This is the back, and this is going to be emergency tab. The circle piece is going to be the middle piece, okay? And this outside piece, this last piece and the first piece are going to go on the outside of the middle one with the circle. I hope I'm making sense, y'all. I'm just playing with this emergency tab. Like I said, this is where you can get creative. You can add names. You can add NFC tab. You can add your business logo, whatever you want to add to these to make it your own thing, okay? But this is just an example one, and I will have pictures later in the video showing y'all of how mine turned out, what I did with mine. So yeah, once I'm happy with this, I'm going to connect my laser, because my laser is actually not connected right now. So I'm going to do that, and once I do that, I'm going to hit send. And sometimes, y'all, it just takes some time for this thing to connect. Sometimes it likes to act like it's not, and with the new update, sometimes it likes to act like it's not connecting, but it does. It's connecting. Just give it time. And if you see, if you're looking where I'm at right now, the highlighted NFC keychains, if you go back to the previous page, how I just did, then sometimes if it's connected on that page, you have to go disconnect it and reconnect it on the page you're actually on at the moment. And voila, it connected. So I refreshed it. I hit refresh, and it's going to take a picture of my work area in the laser machine. This is how it looks. Am I happy with it? Yes. I hit okay, and or start or send start, and when I do that, it gives me this warning. That is because of the black images you see on the outside. I don't really care about those. I'm not using those. I don't need those to cut anyway, so I'm just gonna hit okay, and then I hit send. This is the image that I actually did that got deleted, y'all. So you'll see those ones too. Here they are after I cut them out. You can pause it if you need to look at the detail. But these are ones that I actually had orders for. So y'all excuse my voice. I'm thirsty. I'm tired. I'm trying to do this while my babies are asleep. And as y'all can hear them in the background, they're waking up. Y'all know I'm a triplet mom. Oh my God. They won't give me a break. They're supposed to be asleep right now. And hey, they don't want to sleep. So these are the ones I already did. And here is the one I'm doing again for an example. When I realized that my recording got lost with the last two, I just went ahead and colored and painted them, y'all, and assembled them. I was like, why not? Just might as well. But I wanted to redo it for y'all and show y'all the entire thing. So this is how it cut. They cut a little too wide for me, but I didn't take the time to measure because I don't know anybody named Kim Lee. I was just using this as for example purposes, y'all, for tutorial purposes only. So there's no way I'm selling this or giving this to anybody. It's okay that it's too wide. It's not a loss. So we're taking it out of the machine and getting ready to assemble. And these are the NFC tags that I'm putting into these ones. Like I said, I think it's like a 1.2, 1.3. They're just a little over an inch. Next time I will be getting the tags, the chip style NFC tags. I think those would require less work and will also require my key rings to be smaller because these are so thick that you will need a thicker key ring. But whatever NFC tag you do choose to purchase, you just want to make sure that you are designing your keychains a wide enough size that the NFC tag fits in the middle of it, okay? You want wood to be able to at least go around the NFC tag because you want that extra protection like this, because once again, remember, these are kids that you're giving these tags to. I can't imagine how many of them are not going to get ripped off just because they're cute, and these are kids. So yeah, these are just some examples of the ones that I already did. Like I told y'all, if y'all looking for SVGs, get you a Canva account and go make your own. Just have fun with it. Paint them how you want. Have fun with it. Be as creative as you can be. I'm very happy with how these came out. As soon as I posted one, these were the orders that I had got. And with all of these, I could have made some of them smaller, especially this one. But hey, they're cute. Why not? It doesn't hurt. I will probably make them smaller to save wood. But other than that, you see how much bigger that is? I definitely could have made this one smaller. But hey, it came out so cute. And I hand painted all of these. You can spray paint. You can hand paint. Y'all, I use 50-cent paint from Walmart or any crafting store. It's not top dollar, but I do seal it in a gloss seal. A sealing indoor outdoor spray paint because I want the paint to stay on as long as possible. And so far I haven't had any issues with that using this method because I make custom puzzles too for kids, so it hasn't failed me yet. But this is how the NFC tags came in the mail. This is how they came. I didn't know what I was expecting, y'all. This was my first time doing these. And like I said, I'm just the type of person, if I see something, I feel like I can do it. So I go try it. And this is how I did it. So I'm going to get these out the way. And now we're going to assemble this popsicle. I'm not going to put an NFC tag in this because, like I said, I'm not selling it, so it'll be a waste. This is just for demonstration purposes only. I'm sorry y'all hear my giggle bots in the background. They play together like this. They might start fighting over pacifier. I don't know. They're 16 months if you're interested. They're 16 months. It's 3 of them. They're all girls. Yes, that was my 3rd pregnancy, and it put me at 5 babies. I went from 2 to 5. So bear with me, y'all, when something doesn't get published as immediate as I said it should, or it does, or it will be. It's because I got a lot of this going on. And yeah, their dad is here. He helps with together. It's just, he works. So yeah, hey, it is what it is. But so now the glue that I use, I showed y'all. I'm sorry I'm talking. You can go back, rewind, and get that glue if you need it. Beacons is also for wood. I highlighted that out also. You can use beacons if you need to. I wanted something quick dry, so I am using beacons for these, or for this one, for this demonstration, because I wanted it to dry quick. And as you can see, I got confused on which piece goes where. You definitely just want the burnt back side, as you can see, to hide. I'm going to show you that as soon as I figure it out here, which way they go. Yeah, see how clean that back side is? So it's right. Okay, clean. There we go. And that's going to be hidden. These burnt marks are going to be hidden from by the other side. And this is where you would put the NFC tag. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so thirsty. But I'm trying to hide in the back room because if they see me, it's over with. So here is where you would add just a little bit of glue to keep the NFC tag from jiggling around. You don't want to give kids any reason to play with it any more than what they already probably will be. And this is the back. You're going to glue that on there. Minimum glue. A tip, you don't have to put it all the way to the edge or very close to the edge if you put a decent amount on it, because once you press it down, you do want to press it down as tight as you can for a few seconds. Once you do that, the glue is going to push to the edges, and if it does, just wipe it with your finger. Clean it up. You don't want to sell tacky work, but once again, just remember the burnt side is what you're hiding. Okay, you're hiding the side that has the burn marks. And as long as you flip one piece, it really doesn't matter which way you do it. You will hide the burnt parts. I promise you, once you do it, it's easier to do it than probably listening to me explain this. So I'm putting it together here. I'm going to use a little bit of pressure, making sure my sides are very, very even. That is the hard part, y'all. Also, when you're doing that, sometimes if you use like wood glue instead of beacons, a quick dry, if you use wood glue, it takes a little longer to dry. And because of that, it can lift, so it won't be so tight and pushed down as it would be with the beacon. So to get that effect, sometimes I go get, I'm finna show y'all actually. I'm finna show y'all. I go get a towel. I ordered these, I don't know how many moons ago, for a Cricut project that I never finished. And crafter issues. And I placed those on top just like that. You want to be very gentle putting it down with the wood glue because it's slippery, so it will slide and it won't be as even if you don't place it down carefully and slowly. Okay, please place it down really slow. And I layer them. I put like 5 or 6 of them on top just to make it smushed down as tight and compressed as possible. After that, I paint the background like how you can see. I paint this whole thing. As you can see with the others, the background that the actual image is on is painted one solid color. The ice cream cone is purple. The octopus is gray. So, that's how I do it. I just paint the background, the solid piece, one solid color, and I do the most on the on the actual image. This is how I assemble it to make sure everything fits. I put the outline down first if it came out whole, if it cut out whole. If it didn't, like it did with the ice cream cone up here above this popsicle, I just wing it, okay? I just wing it. But if the outline comes out whole, I place it down, and then I line the first piece with the hole for the keychain. I line that up first, because if that's right, everything else will go right, y'all. Once you line that keychain hole up right, everything else will go right. And usually, to make it look like little pop art or like it's acrylic cut, I will paint the outline if it's thick enough black. Like on this one, this popsicle, the outline is thick enough. I would have painted it black and did the popsicle all type of colors. I would have left the popsicle stick the wood. I would have left it wood. I think that's just so cute. But yeah, that's just how I would have did it. So I really hope this tutorial was helpful. I know I probably rambled a little bit, but I really hope this was helpful to y'all. I know I didn't show a lot of settings or anything like that, but that's because most of these settings are self-explanatory with the machine. It says itself. If you're not sure about your settings, all this is literally is a cut and a fill engrave, and it does that itself. If you want it to be darker, play with the power. The power and the speed. Turn the power to 100 and turn the speed down to like 1. I would do 142 if you're interested in that. That's between 138 and 158 is the speed that I use, okay, for fill engraving. I think that's it. Once I'm done and everything is glued down, I remove the outside to make sure everything looks good. If I'm pleased, then I don't put the outside on, like I said. But on this case, because in this case, if I would have did it, I would have used it, because I would have painted it black. It's thick enough. It's all put together. Nothing is broken. But if you do this, you'll know some pieces do become broken. So now I'm going to apply the keychain. To apply your keychain, you're going to need some of these rings over here and these tools. I've had mine for 10 years, y'all. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. I've had them for over 10 years, actually. Probably 20, okay? You're going to need the 10 millimeter if you're doing these exactly how I'm doing them, okay? Make sure you're using thinner wood. 1/8 wood is too thick. You're gonna need something like 1/3, 1/6, nothing bigger than that. 1/8 is too thick, okay, for this. You're gonna need something else if you're gonna use that, and you might need to come up with your own method. But you can use a 10 mm ring if you follow my method, okay? Once I put these on, I'm gonna show y'all how they look. Yeah, so I'm about to get off of here because my babies ain't gonna let me finish this. I really do hope that this was helpful for y'all. If y'all have any questions, if I didn't explain something enough, if y'all need me to do this again, just let me know. I don't mind. This is what I love to do. I have done like already 10 of these, y'all. And I'm going to be doing more. So if y'all need any other help with y'all's WeCreat machine, I love mine. I'm here. Whatever I know how to do, I do not mind sharing it with y'all. Whatever you feel like I'm not sharing to give enough information about, just ask or leave it in the comments, and I'll do my best to give you that. Yeah, I can't tell y'all what to price these for, but price them for what you feel you deserve. I'm very happy with how these came out. If this video was helpful for you or to you in any kind of way, even if you just enjoyed it or you just don't mind supporting me, please, please, please like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff for your girl. I will be posting these on my website really, really soon, probably this weekend, y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Like I said, please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time.